All right, we are live in the Grand Tetons in Wyoming, and this is going to be a full hour live. We got a setup, Starlink's all set up and all that. Today, we're going to talk about mindset shift if you want to live in a car. And let's get myself straight here a little bit. Today's little guys are here. We got our water bottle. Oh, let's get our plant going up too. Let's get set up. I had everything set up, but I just want to give ambiance. Okay, my plant is stuck. I think I'm gonna name him Wilson now because Fluffy was okay, but I think Wilson is a good one. So we're gonna call him Wilson. Wilson's gonna sit right here for the day. Yeah. Okay. So what's up, Jason? You are the first person to be on the live. What's up, man? Yeah, we're gonna talk about mindset, about the mindset shift that you have to have in order to car live. So I'm excited for this one. It's kind of like a new kind of like thing that I'm doing. We're gonna have like topics that we're gonna go over and all that. So and I really think that mindset is like a big, huge part deal when car living, man. Because when you car living, bro, it's a whole different lifestyle, man. It is not easy. It is not for everybody. It is not for the weak of heart and not for the weak of mind. It is tough, but you know, we get through it by the mindset. I think the mindset is the very most important thing because it's a total shift and change when you're living in a house or apartment or whatever you are living in. Like, you're brought up this whole entire life of, you have a bathroom, you have a shower, you have a bed that you could sleep on. These things are naturally built upon you. And when that's taken from you or it's not there anymore, now the mindset has to come into play, right? So, how do you take care of emergency doo-doos? That's a good one. We're going to go over that today too as well. Hello, my dear. San Jose. Hey, California. Shout out to the Spartans in San Jose. I was a Spartan from the San Jose State University. Graduated with business degree 2017. Yeah. So yeah, we'll get into it. We'll get a few more people to get into it. I'll just give you guys a little bit of an update. We'll start at the 5-minute mark. An update right now. I am in the Grand Tetons, Wyoming, and I am here, I think, for a week, and then I'm going to head to Yellowstone. Last week, I was in Arches for about a week, and I went to Arches National Park, and I also went to Canyonlands. So that was pretty fun. It was a different landscape, and it was very fun to film and photograph because there was all types of different sandstones and rocks. It was pretty cool. Um, you know, we're gonna put more edits to the next video that's gonna come out next week. There's one video that's gonna come out this week on Thursday. It's gonna be 10 topics that I wish I knew before I started car living. So I hope it helps you guys. I want to give as much value as I can to you guys as possible. So, so you guys can, assess your situation if you want to start the car living, and because car living, man, the plan is not real. Andrew, sorry, it is. We're calling it Wilson because Wilson is my best friend right now because he's chilling right here. But anyways, we got this thing backwards. Is it backwards? This is. I don't even know. I'm just gonna put it on here. This is my headrest for a gaming chair. Nico, you're the man. Andrew says that. Hey, thank you. Provided me with a lot of inspiration lately. Thank you. Yeah, it's all mindset at the end of the day, man. If you got a mindset, a strong, up here, anything's possible, right? How much you pay for your Starlink subscription, Jason Santos? It's 150 a month. I had bought it for 299, and it used to cost $600 for the hardware, but now I bought it for half that, and it's 150 a month, um, which is not too bad considering I don't pay rent or utilities or gas or garbage or any bills like that. So it is now at the 5 minute mark. We're gonna get into it. We got a whole hour. I had promised you guys I was gonna be here at 7 o'clock PST, but we were about 10 minutes late because I had to go shower, and I'm all cleaned up, showered up, got a haircut in Moab, Utah for $20. Pretty crazy. What Brady says, what I would do if I was a traveling man is get on dating apps and use women for shelter. You could do anything you put your mind to, including that. Okay, so we go get into it. We're gonna go get into the mindset shift that you have to have in order to car live or do the nomad life. Um, and nomad life. Let's start with that. What is nomad life? Nomad life is living on the land and not staying in one place and traveling from one place to the next and adventuring, being courageous and brave and seeing new things and new landscapes and um, new places every single every so often, right? So nomad life is very interesting because you get to see a lot of different things like uh, bodies of water. You get to see deserts. You get to see so many different types of like greenery, and all different types of stuff, right? So um, it's very fun because with when you're at a physical location and you're not able to go out to other places, man, it sucks because, dude, it's like you're just locked into one place. You can't really go everywhere else, right? There's a big car shining in my eye, but hey, it's actually good for the lighting. Okay. Um, Have you planned what will happen if you decide to stop nomad life? Let's say 5 to 10 years down the line. Okay, so that's a good question. A lot of nomad lifers get to ask that question too as well. Um, but for me, I really like the nomad life, and I don't know. I could go back to the 9 to 5 thing, but it's like experiences over money, right? I really enjoy experiences and seeing new things and traveling, right? So those are the things that I value. Many other people will value other things, right? So it's okay. Are you getting more workout time in seeing as you shower at the gym? Phlegm. Yeah. So we still at the gym all the time. We still got all that. Shell with the 9.99. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I have the Monday blues, sadness, anxiety of work. Oh man. You used to be in leadership position besides quitting. What's your advice on how to deal with a manager that's not a leader and a lazy coworker? This also goes with mindset shift. Um, ooh, um, there's this quote that I have, and I have it in my mind every single day that I had in my mind when I went to work at Tesla every single day, and that was, you can't always control other people or outside events. Bad things might happen, right? Don't go your way. People will not do things that you said, hey, do this. So outside things, those things you cannot control sometimes. But 100% what you can control is your mind, your attitude, how you talk to people, um, what you do next, your attitude, you know, directing people, the way you speak to people. Those are things you can control. And when you understand that, you know, that really goes on to like the team, right? And when you're working with a team, it's important that you talk to people firm but fair. That's what I learned as a supervisor. You got to be firm but fair, and you got to be equal. Um, but that's my take on like leadership, especially if you have like, sadness, anxiety at work. Yeah, the saddest part, definitely talk to other coworkers. That really helps out a lot too. I had that a lot. Anxiety too. Yeah, what happens if this doesn't work out? And like I had this whole plan, right? Um, yeah, that's the mindset you got to have is like, hey, I can't always control outside events, but I can always control my response. Which goes on to the car living mindset, right? So the you had to have the same exact parallel. By that, things will never go as planned. Like I will talk to you guys about the things that don't go as planned. Okay, so um, I had a big plan of organizing my entire setup. Does it go to plan? No. The whole thing is a tornado. Especially, it's a giant earthquake when you're driving around and everything just falls down. No matter how much I tried to make it organized, everything just falls like in a big tornado. But do I get mad at myself? Yes. But do I let it control me? No. You have to have this mindset that you can't always control everything, but you can't always control is your attitude, right? So things don't always go perfect, and that's okay because things are gonna eventually not work or not plan out or not be as you want it to be, right? It's like being a perfectionist. I want to control the chaos as much as I can, but like in nature, it rains, it storms. There's an earthquake, there's a tornado, right? There's all these different type of things in nature that correlates and responds to the same thing in life as a human being, right? Christopher, Nico, can you be my friend? Of course. Um, yeah, there's no tornadoes out here in Wyoming. I have not seen. It has sprinkled a little bit though. Um, TJ says you should really seek Jesus though if you feeling sad and lonely. For real, you probably need them if that's how you feel. Gotta have faith. Um, you can't take the money to the grave. TJ says with you, and plus you're saving a lot of money by doing this in a way so you know you'll continue to grow and just keep being positive and wholesome, and you'll get it. Thank you. Yeah. So the mindset shift of living in the car when you're used to everything going smoothly, right? Things are, yeah, going smoothly, as in like you have a bathroom, you have a bed, you have a shower, all that. It's like everything's okay. But when you live in a car, everything's shook upside down. Now, when you cook, you gotta make sure that you wash your pot right after. Rice, when you had to cook it, it takes 45 minutes with the external battery pack, and then it's like you got to wash the dishes right after it. So um, the mindset shift that you have to have is like be consistent and determined and strong-willed, and I think perseverance is the very big thing, and grit. So let me talk about grit. Um, you have to have grit when you're car living. What do I mean by this? Uh, Grit is doing something over and over again without losing motivation, right? So grit is staying with something no matter what and sticking through with it and persevering, right? So when you're car living, you gotta have a lot of grit because things are gonna be a mess. Um, your plans aren't gonna go right. Um, the place that you thought had charging is not um, available, so now you got to go to something else. So you got to have grit, right? Um, Brady says, "Have you been to Cheyenne?" I have not. Christopher says, "You're such a likable person. Good luck with everything." Thank you. Metal Mike says, "Join the army or another branch. Did you consider it?" Funny story. I had tried the Air Force. I couldn't get into it because I have metal in my ankle, which is kind of funny because your username is Metal Mike. From a football injury in 2013, and the Air Force had denied me because I had metal in my ankle. Plus, I have this thing called bradycardia. It's called abnormal slow heart rhythm, and I can't get into the military because of that. It's kind of weird. At rest, when I sleep, my heart goes 29 beats per minute. The average and regular is 60 beats per minute. West by Northwest. Do you think there is a possibility that you want to live and travel in your car long term? I said I was going to do this for 5 years. I'm on month number 3, and I'm on week number 2 of car living, like traveling in the US without a physical job. So long term, I don't know. We'll see where it takes me. 5 years for sure. And then after 5 years is up, we'll see and assess the current financial situation. But I really like the car living lifestyle of like going and hopping from place to place and not having like a permanent stable like place that you're stuck at. I feel like that's what I felt like I was stuck in one spot. Like I could travel a little bit far away, but you had to come back. But with this car living thing, it's like adventurous. That's another mindset shift that you have. Adventure. You got to be brave, courageous, because this car living thing is like new and it's like exciting. There was this one quote where he's like, I have no idea what I'm going to do tomorrow. And then he replies, how exciting. So, yeah, things are uncertain, definitely. Where am I going to shower? Where am I going to poo? Where am I going to eat? Where am I going to travel next? But those are the great things about car living. I feel like it's like exciting to be like, ooh, I don't know what's going to happen next. I have no idea what I'm going to do tomorrow. How exciting, right? So the car living thing is it thrills me. It gives me a kick. I'm always challenged every single day. There's like always something new that I have to figure out, which I learned at Tesla as a production supervisor, that you got to learn how to think on your feet, right? So one thing is like I was trying to figure out how to place my bag, my water bag on top of my passenger seat, but I just had to use what's near me, right? I had found string, and then it was my USB cord for my phone, tied it around the headrest, and then placed it on top so I could have water while I drive. It's one of those water packs that you have when you hike. So those are the kind of things that give me a kick. Like, oh man, I don't know how to do this. Let me figure it out. And the washing dishes part, I didn't know how to wash dishes while on the road. Okay, so let's get a water tank with a USB powered sink faucet. You press the button, and then you can wash your dishes. Cool, got that covered. Okay, how are we gonna cook in the car? All right, you know what? We're gonna get a stove. We're gonna get the burner stove. Cool. Okay, there's a problem. It's tipsy turvy. It's gonna fall down. Okay, let's get a flatter one. Those are things that I kind of like thrill myself and I pride myself on figuring stuff out. And that's what I learned at Tesla. Is that you got to figure stuff out quick, fast, and like be adaptable, right? Quickly learning, right? Heather says, "You look good. Hope you're well." Thank you. I am. I got a haircut, so you feel 10 times better when you get a haircut. Chris says, Nico, did GNC expectations in a way let you down and easier to leave? No, I left on my own terms, and in a good term. I did my 2 weeks, but I learned a lot there. I also learned a lot about standards and setting standards at GNC, and that you have to have a schedule. So that's what I learned and what I'm taking into car living. Jason says, love that book, Grit, by Angela Duckworth. You know it. Andrew says, Nico, is it okay to always use superchargers? Does it drain the battery life faster? Short answer, yes. Because the more you supercharge it, the more you like degrade the battery. If you do a slow charge, it'll give the battery like breathing room. It's kind of like running a sprint 100% all the time. Your battery's going to get tired. So if you slow charge, you're running a marathon, it's going to degrade a lot less faster. Steven says, how come you came up with that number to live nomad 5 years? I don't know. It was just like a 5-year plan and just a 5-year thing. I just came up with it. I didn't have like a set agenda for it. It's just popped out. It says 5 years. Let's get more likes. Yeah. Drop a like, super chat, whatever you guys want to do. Support the vibe. Yeah. I would appreciate anything. Let's see. Christopher. Oh, we got the light again from the car. Go to massage parlors for the happy ending. Christopher. Funny. Lil Panay says, "Hey Nico, great channel. Have you ever been hitting up Tinder on the road trip? Must be nice being a single man on the go." No, I have not. Ian says, "You don't work for GNC anymore." No, quit quite a while ago. Yeah. Todd, what's up? You're on the live. What's good? Michael says, "Looking forward to seeing you reach 100K." Yeah, we're halfway there. So we got 26,000 subscribers. That's about a whole football stadium, I think. So there's a lot of people on this channel. So I'm trying to provide you guys value as much as I can. So did I ever meet Elon? I did not, but I seen him in the factory. Okay. Casuane random. Where do you park your car at night mostly? Walmart? No, I park my car at either hotels, residential areas, and those are kind of like the only two. Residential areas and hotels. Do not park in business lots. The last live, if you guys caught it, I had to mention that there was a person that was looking into my car at 3 a.m. and the Sentry Mode had caught it, and it was in a business lot. So do not park in a business lot. Definitely do your research and look the area first. Does it look sketchy? Then if you say, hey, yes, it feels kind of off to me, then move on somewhere else. But hotels and residential areas are the top two, because hotels, they have bathrooms right nearby. There's about 98 people in this thing. We have a lot of people in here, man. So welcome. If you guys are new, what's up? What's up? Okay, so yeah, the mindset, gotta have the mindset, right? Shell says, "I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination." Jimmy Dean, love that. Yeah, you can control where you go, right? You can go to the right or to the left. It all depends on your thinking. So the thinking and the thought. So I had posted a video that I was feeling like lonely and stuff, and I was. But then I found out, I was listening to a podcast, and it was very interesting. She said, uh, if you attract the law of attraction, right? You think what you attract, right? You attract what you think. All of what you think is what you become. And if you think fat, you cannot attract thin. Um, if you think of abundance, you're gonna get abundance. If you think shortchanging and you're down, you're gonna get shortchanged and down. So you cannot you attract what you think, and that's an abundance mindset. When you have an abundance mindset, your body and your physical mind correlate with each other. So whatever you speak to yourself, that your body is listening to that. It's kind of weird. So if you say to yourself that I can never do this, everything's going to go wrong, I can't do this, you can't do it. But if you tell yourself, hey man, I got this, because your body can hear yourself. And that's very powerful, because what you think, you become all day long. And I figured that out. And because of this podcast I was listening to, I forget what it was. I can't search it up because I'm on the phone as the mic. But yeah, she said, you can't attract thin if you're thinking fat. So it's like, whatever you think about, you become. Whatever your thoughts are or occupying your mind, that's what you're going to become, right? What ethnicity are you? Christopher says, I am full Filipino. Jerry says, pop a squat in the bushes next to the hotel. You could, But should you? I don't know. Casual and random. Have you ever thought of traveling overseas while creating more content? Cost of living is a lot cheaper. I know it's like $1,500 a month, almost $1,200 a month just to live. Rent's like $300. Jerry says positive self-talk all day, baby. Let's go. Um, yeah, it's all about mindset, man. Whatever you think you become. Um, yeah. So car living, the mindset, it all starts with here, and then everything else becomes secondary, right? So with that said, it's like, yeah, grit, perseverance, strong will, commitment, determination, um, and understanding that things are gonna go wrong. And when they do, it's like, okay, what are we gonna do about it? We could whine and complain. Yes, you can complain for a little bit. You could pout, whatever you want to do. But hey, we got a job to do. We gotta figure this out, right? You can't just say, "Oh man, I can't do this." But remember, your mind is connected with your vocal. So whatever you say, like your body is hearing that. Like it's kind of a weird concept, but whatever you speak, your mind is listening. So always remember that, because if you say I can't do this, then you can't. If Confucius said one time, he who says he can't and he who says he can are both usually right. Let that sink in, because it helped me a lot when I was car living for the first few months. So we gonna get this shade because the guy keeps flashing the light on me. Hold on. Okay. Oh, we got it covered now. Okay, cool. So we're not gonna get that flash anymore because I got a car cover on me. Okay, so okay. I feel like every time I'm in this car, everything's like a delicate balance. Like you set one thing down, and it's like you got to make sure it stays there because it's gonna fall soon. Okay. Um, what we got here in the chats? We got Aspire Meal Press. Wyoming looks amazing. Thanks. Nico should be sponsored by Starlink. Man, that'd be great. Barbells or dumbbells for hypertrophy? Best wishes on your new car living adventures. My name is Jay. I wonder what your name is. Just kidding. Mix a bit of both. Now I got the light blocked. A bit of both. You can switch it up one week, do barbell. The next week you do dumbbell. But kind of equal it out. I've been doing this physique bodybuilding thing for so long that it's just a feeling now. Like I feel like I could do this. I feel like I could do that. But I do have the structure of push, pull, and legs. That is my routine. If you guys want to copy that routine, you guys can. It's push, pull, legs, and then it's my workout routine. Yeah. So I work out around 3 to 4 times a week. And since I do my hiking, that's already cardio. So that's how I get my fitness kind of like stay, yeah. Check out Covercraft, make the best Model Y sunshades. I actually have that right here, right now. It's pretty crazy. Damn, how did you know, man? Yeah, they have a really solid window covers, especially the front ones, because it's really thick with 3 C's. Okay. So, oh my God, this is what I'm talking about when things go wrong. It's like I'm trying to set down something and it keeps pressing buttons. It's like, dude, I'm just trying to live. Just trying to live. Okay. Frustration. Let's go to that mindset. When you get frustrated. Okay. So there's this concept in the book, Extreme Ownership. with dealing with things that are going wrong all the time at once, right? And it's a leadership book. It's a leadership book by Jocko Willink, Extreme Ownership, and uh, the book says, uh, relax, look around, and make a move. So that's a mindset shift, right? Because when things are going wrong, you're like, oh my god, this person's not emailing me back, or oh my god, this person's not following up with what I said they would do, right? So you relax, gotta look around. Okay, what's the next move? What do I need to do? And then you make the move, right? So that's the kind of concept I take when I'm car living. It's like, okay, I have a lot of things that are messed up right now. The car's a mess. I need to look around and assess the situation. Okay, what's the first thing I need to do? Then you need to make a move. You gotta place the chess pieces where you need to, right? That's what I learned as a supervisor. Is you need to juggle everything at once, multitask, yes, and then execute. Prioritize and execute. So if you're feeling overwhelmed with stuff, you got to prioritize and execute. Aspire meal preps. Any plans to the beach before winter? Ooh, yeah, winter's gonna start, man. Yeah, like November. So I got full months of September and October. So I don't know. I think I'm wanting to head to Washington. I really want to see alpine lakes. Um, Grand Tetons, Wyoming is interesting with the mountain tops and stuff. But I don't know. It feels like, is that it? Like it's just mountain tops? And then like I kind of want to see like blue lakes. And I want to see like different types of landscape. But we're gonna stay here for about a week and we'll see. Steve says, "Hey man, like your mindset. Older, but you need to grind to make things happen. You're doing it. Thank you. Yeah. Um, it's all in the mindset. If you got a strong mindset, anything can happen, right? But at the same time, understand that you're a human being, and mistakes will eventually happen. Um, Michael Jordan said one time, he said, "I failed over and over and over again, and that is why I succeed." And yeah, he had this quote of, "I missed uh, like so many shots, but people only know the game winners." But you got to take those shots. You never know what's going to happen if you don't try. Trying is better and failing is better than wait till you get the bill for not trying, right? So, yeah, you got to take risk because I think Jim Rohn said it. He says, it's all risky, right? The moment you were born, it got risky. Um, Investing is risky. Getting married is risky. Car living is risky. Going to a job is risky because you might get laid off, right? But it's like everything's risky. Um, if you want to know how risky life is, you don't get out alive. So I don't know. Maybe it's a little motivation to take some risk every once in a while. Get uncomfortable with a situation. Put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. I'm in an uncomfortable situation right now, living in the car for 3 months. Take it from a guy like me who has been doing this for 3 months. And it's been difficult. It's been a challenge. It's been uncertain. But those are the things that excite me when you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, think about the movies. If you went to a movie theater and you knew about the ending already, are you going to even watch the damn thing? I don't think so. Like, you would be kind of like anxious of, hey, what the hell is going to happen next? Or like, ooh, I don't know if that thing's going to happen. Let me see and let me watch the movie, because that's what makes it exciting. When things are uncertain, when things are, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know the ending. That's fun. But if you're certain all the time, if you know the exact routine, which I felt when I was at a job, I knew everything that was going to happen, like day in and day out. It's like the same thing. You clock in, you know this, you know your lunchtime, you know your break time, you know who you're gonna email, and then it's like, okay, it's like over and over again. It's like the rat race. It's like the same thing over and over again. But then like the car living thing is like, dude, I don't even know where I'm gonna go next week. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I don't know when I'm gonna eat. I don't know when I'm gonna go use the bathroom of which place I'm gonna go. But you figured stuff out along the way. Have you ever been on a road trip and you had to use the bathroom really bad? You made it a priority to make sure that you found a bathroom wherever it was at. You ever really wanted something really bad and you found a way? That's the kind of mindset that you have to have. It's like, if I need to use the bathroom, I'm going to find it. I'm going to find a way. I'm going to go on Google Maps. I'm going to hook up Starlink, do whatever I can in order to find it. If I need to go to shower, I'm going to find a freaking place to take a goddamn shower because I value my shower time. So I take a shower every single night, and then, yeah, I don't take a dump in the woods. I find a gas station or a hotel that I can go in. So, long story short, have a positive mindset. PMA, positive mental attitude. Let's go to some questions here. Audrey, when/how did you switch that mindset? And how long did it take? I've always been an avid reader in books and also motivational speakers, Eric Thomas, Les Brown, Jim Rohn. Those are the types of people that I look up to and that I listen to while I'm in the gym. So if you go to the gym, put on YouTube, put on motivational speakers, and I tell you, you're gonna have a good workout. Plus, you're gonna get some good nuggets of like mindset shifts. And I think those helped me out when I was a production supervisor. Those helped me out when I was playing football, when I was trying to be the very best at what I do. And it's kind of like the Mamba mentality with Kobe Bryant, right? You gotta. Oh, there is a mosquito in here. I gotta kill. I'm gonna wait for it to. There you go. There's a lot of mosquitoes in here, as in like Wyoming. A lot more than freaking. Way a lot more than when I was at Arches. So that's the challenge I'm dealing with every single time I open the hatch. Every single time I open Rover. By the way, the car is now named Rover 01 or Rover 1. So we're going to call her Rover, and that is the car's name. And yeah, I wanted to announce that on the channel and stuff. So yeah, we're going to call her Rover. Randy, bodybuilding meals is not risky. Eating food is risky. You could get food poisoning. Aspire meal preps, Bay Area. Bros, save up 300K and buy a tiny home, boxable 50K, and put it in someone's backyard. I heard about those. Roderick, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky. I remember you visited me at GNC, by the way. So thank you. Lisa says, what's the biggest risk you've taken and what did you learn? Ooh, it sounds like an interview question. I like it. The biggest risk that I've taken is this car living thing. Actually, no. I started a business in 2018. It was a meal prep business. That was one of the biggest risks. I decided not to go into a workforce and decided to start a meal prep business from 2018 all the way to end of 2019. So a year and a half. So about a year and a half. But after college, I decided to take the entrepreneur route and I started my business of selling meal preps in the San Jose area. And that gave me a lot of opportunity to learn about failures, about standards, procedures. And I took that into Tesla. And when I learned that you had to have a standard operating procedure on things you do, right? A step 1, 2, and 3. And I learned that in the meal prep business, selling like 200 meals a weekend. And if you have your shopping, your cooking, your shopping, your prepping, your cooking, your cleaning, and your delivery. Those were the things that I had to live by every single day. And I had it set up where it was throughout the whole week and it was all set up. So I'm doing the same kind of correlation in the YouTube thing of having a standard procedure, because if you don't have a standard procedure, it's not going to work effectively. But that was the biggest risk I took, was starting a meal prep business in the San Jose area. And that was very ballsy, because I was like 23 at the time. Yeah. So Confidential says hi, what's up? Um Winter Rose says, sorry I'm late to the live stream. Hope you're doing well and enjoyed Utah. I did. Thank you. Utah was very exciting. Landscape was so different because of all the sandstone and stuff. So um Giselle with a $10 super chat. Let's go. Everybody press the like button on Giselle. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Appreciate the support for the journey here in the car living thing, the nomad lifestyle. Talking about all about mindset today. So, yeah. Chris says, I dig it, Rover. Yeah. Aspire Meal Press, bro. If I give you money, could you enjoy yourself a nice dinner? Yes. I mean, I don't know where. I'm in Wyoming. We're gonna find it, because hey, if you really want something really bad, you're gonna do whatever it takes to find it. And that's with life. That's with food. That's with finding a bathroom. Um, that's with car living, right? If you're put into an uncomfortable situation and you had to find out to do something, and you really want it really bad, you're gonna find a way, because that's just how the mind works. It's like fight or flight. Another concept of psychology, fight or flight. So the fight or flight concept that goes into mindset is you're either gonna fight the monster in front of you, or you're gonna flee away. But you're gonna find a way to do either or, and that's what the mind does, because that's all the way since the beginning of human existence. Fight or flight. When it's an emergency, I gotta figure out a way out of this house that's on fire. So if your house is on fire, and yeah, there was this concept. If your house is on fire and you're upstairs, or if you're downstairs, and then like your family members upstairs, your body's gonna go into fight or flight mode, right? So it's like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get my family member out of that building. I'm not even gonna think. I'm just gonna do. Um, that's the kind of mentality that you have when you're car living. So it's like fight or flight. Like, I gotta figure this out. I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find a way to do it, and I'm gonna figure it out as I go along. Because sometimes you don't know, you don't have all the chess pieces, and that's fine. But yeah, if you don't have everything at once, it's cool. Figure it out as you go. That's what I learned at Tesla, man. It's like, you ain't got the tools to do it. Hey, figure it out. Let's go. We got a job to do, right? Hurry up. We got the car to send off, right? So that's the kind of mindset that you have. Hurry up, get it done. Let's figure this out quick, fast. Man, I'm getting too riled up here, man, because I love mindset. It's like my forte of, like, I don't know, ever since I've listened to all the motivational speakers, I love mindset. It's like, it's a mindset thing at the end of the day. If you can control your mind, if you can control your thoughts and your mind, anything's possible. Winter Rose, how was the fridge treating you from the Tesla? How much drain is the power if you're not driving stationary? So I do leave the Sentry mode on when I leave and go hike and stuff. The freezer or fridge stays powered on while I go hike. And what's cool about it is, come back to like ice cold water. and like frozen peas and carrots are ice cold. And it's been running for, man, like 2 weeks. Oh man, it's been like a month already since I got that thing. And yeah, it's a Tesla fridge. I think EV Base has it. And you guys can use my code. I think it's Nico20. So EV Base. Giselle, hi, I finally made it to our first YouTube live. Hope you're doing well today. What is your favorite place you've been to so far, Giselle? Haley. Thanks, Giselle. Appreciate the super chat also as well. So thank you. The most favorite place I've been to so far has been Canyonlands. I think Canyonlands was definitely a top favorite for me. When I saw endless canyons, it was like a crack in the earth. It made me think like that was once flat, but it eroded through time. And it was quite interesting to see a giant crack in the earth like a Grand Canyon. But it was as far as you can physically see, and the canyon was split down the middle. And it was like, it looked fake and unreal. And I looked at it in awe, and I meditated, and I had looked at the canyon as far as I could see, and it was really good. Oh man, Audrey Spring and Aspire Meal Press Bay Area, let's go! Audrey got $10. Thank you, Audrey Spring, and then Aspire Meal Press Bay Area. Oh man, you got $19.99 super chat. Thank you. Go ahead and give them a like. Throw the likes in there, guys. Appreciate the support. Thank you. Oh man, it means a lot. It truly means a lot. Enjoy a nice burger, says Aspire Meal Preps, or burrito on me. God bless, brother. Enjoying the beautiful gym videos and the amazing views. You should do a weekly mindset mastermind, group calls and team, bro. You give people weekly workouts and Zoom mindset. Man, yeah, I think the weekly mindset thing is giving me life. Thank you. Christopher says you're a buff little dude, Nico. Thanks, man. Yeah. Oh man, what? Devil Monkey says, "What's your next adventure?" It's probably going to be Washington, but Yellowstone first, up north. It's about 20 minutes away, and then after that, I think Washington is going to be a good one for the Alpine Lakes. Yeah. Jonathan says, "Nico, you have a very nice crew." Hey, everybody! I just want to say thank you guys for like all the support, and I just want to say like thank you. Never in my life would I had believed that I could be a YouTuber or like do this car living thing like full time, and it's been a big journey. Uncertain, yes, but I'm enjoying it because this is kind of my thing, and I was always interested in kind of like car life. I was always searching van life, and I was always really in search of it. And I was like wondering, like, how do people just live off grid? How do people just not pay rent, and like just enjoy experiences over money? And when I learned that you can do this lifestyle, it's definitely possible as long as you save up enough money, obviously, and then you have the funds to do it, and you have the time, but you don't have obligations. What do I mean by obligations? You don't have the obligations as in like things that are tying you down. If you're young right now, if you're hearing this, you're in your 20s, your 30s, maybe. Um, you have time. As long as you don't have like obligations of like having a house payment, mortgage, rent, uh, utilities. Those are the things that tie you down to a physical location, and they tie root, and they seek root into the soil, and they tie you down physically, like literally physically. And when you cannot take much risk when you have that. And it's like it hunkers you down. And I felt like I felt like sand, like quicksand. And I felt roots in the ground and I felt like I couldn't move. That's what I felt like when I was in a job and when I was, when I had the $1.2 million house, like, you got to go to the job to then pay for the bill. Then go to the job and then pay for the bill. And then you're just in this vicious damn cycle. It's like, bro, when's this going to end? Can I just travel and just be free? And that's what had like ticked me off. And then it just made my mindset go, let's just travel. We don't got to worry about this rent or mortgage or bills and like going to work to then pay for the job. It's just like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And so there's something of the pain threshold when things get so meshed together where you're just going to crack and you're like, I've had it. I've had enough for rent. I've had enough for mortgage. I've had enough for stable being somewhere physically. And I want to enjoy and go travel and see the world and explore and see what this place has to offer, this whole entire world. Hey, Giselle with the $10 super chat. And Skater888 with the $20. Everybody give him a like. Oh, man. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Thanks, Giselle. Again, second time. What have you learned so far when you're living by yourself in a car? Do you ever reflect on your past? Hopefully you get some delicious food soon. Yeah, I know. Oh man, probably might get like a burger. Yeah. Let's see. Do you ever reflect on your past? Hopefully you get some delicious food. When I'm living by yourself, reflect on the past. There was this quote. I'm big about quotes. So this is a mindset podcast, YouTube live thing anyways. Simba says in Lion King, Simba says to the monkey, he says, he swacks him on the head. He's like, ow, that hurts. And then the monkey's like, what does it matter? It's in the past. And then Simba's like, yeah, but it still hurts. And the monkey says, good. Either you can learn from it or run from it. And then he tries to hit him again. And so he ducks and then he misses. And he's like, see? And then that's kind of like life, man. It's like you kind of learn from your mistakes. I do dwell on the past sometimes, but there's a reason why the windshield is big and the rear view mirror is small, because the front windshield, you got to look in front of you. The rear view mirror is tiny for a reason. You can look back in the past for a little bit, but you cannot stay there too long. That's why the front windshield mirror, the front windshield of your car is huge, because that's what you can focus on is what's right now or in the, right here, right? In the past, you can look at it, but don't dwell there. Don't stay there too long, man, because I'm telling you, you're gonna dwell on it too much, and you're gonna think about it too much, and you're gonna be sad just like I was. But I listened to that podcast. I'm a changed man now. It's like, you get what you think about all day long. It's like, and I started journaling and stuff. So it's really helped me. And also, your boy's getting therapy by BetterHelp tomorrow. 3 p.m. my appointment with BetterHelp. I have a discount code too, which I will link in the next video. But I believe therapy is good. I haven't tried actual therapy yet, so we're gonna try to see how it is. So yeah. Long story short, Giselle, don't think about the past too much. Focus on what you have. Be grateful for what you have. Express gratitude for the things you do have. Water, food, shelter. Many of those things other countries don't even provide. So you got to be thankful for what you got, because at any moment it could be taken from you, right? Skater888, keep being an inspiration to everyone, Nico. Appreciate it. Thank you. Midnight Express says embrace the suffering. Yeah, you have to. Yeah. Maybe you could visit Devil's Tower. You may see UFOs. Midnight Express. Christopher says, yeah, appreciate what you do have. Oh, Aspire Meal Press Bay Area. Damn. That's another one. Thank you. Oh, man. I went through a hard depression being an entrepreneur. It's super lonely. I did what Nico did, listen to positive podcasts and motivational videos, working out. It's sad that most men don't know how to cope. Everybody give that comment a like, please. Hey, man. Um, oh, man, I have all these quotes, man. So a sword forges through a fire. And so when a sword forges through a fire, it has to get hammered on. And it's got to go through a lot of stuff in order to be a polished sword. But sometimes you don't realize that you're not this polished sword yet. You're this dull, like looking silver thing. And like you're gonna have to go through the fire all the time. And when things go wrong, cool. That's just more fuel to the fire that it's making me better as a person, as an individual. And when you realize that the hard things make you better, hey man, it's like now you're gonna realize, oh man, this bad thing that's happening to me, it's making me a better person because now I know what not to do, and now I know what to do in order to make the thing easier. So it's a total mindset shift when you think like things that happen when they're bad. You could turn it into a positive, which goes on to my mindset shift again, right? Whatever you think about, you become all day long. And so when you're in this car living thing, that's what you got to have the strong mindset, the positive mindset, the PMA, positive mental attitude. Yeah. Midnight Express, being grateful for what you have attracts more of what you don't. Yes. So there's this other thing on the podcast is that I was listening to is um, if you think of what you don't have all the time, you cannot help but think of lack of resources or lack of whatever you don't have. And when you think of like non-abundance, that's what you're going to attract, right? So when I think I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this. Now it's like, dude, what about what you do have? You have a lot of stuff. like and then it goes on with this culture of consumerism, right? Consumerism is like I want this, I want that. Give me. Take. Um, I want this, I want that. Get out of my way. That's consumerism. And nomad life and car living is let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. Let's sell this. Let's sell that. Facebook Marketplace this. We don't need that. All we really need is food, water, shelter, and some experiences. That's all. It's all really a person wants is just those basic needs, right? And so what I learned about car living for 3 months is it's just that. Not much makes a happy life. Not much is needed in order to make a happy life. Marcus Aurelius. And when I read that quote, like, damn man, um, he was writing that when computers weren't even existed yet, you know. So mindset shift. You gotta have the strong mindset. Um, yeah, native 2458, law of attraction. Yeah. Uh, Marcus Aurelius. He is a Stoic, one of the Greeks, and yeah, help his mindset is all about the Stoics. Things go wrong, cool. What are we gonna do about it? What are we gonna do to fix it? Right. Um, okay. So that is the mindset podcast for today, the live, whatever you want to call it. And we're gonna sign off. It's been an hour, so thank you guys for the super chats. But thank you guys for staying with the live and stuff. yeah, we are in the Grand Tetons, and we're gonna enjoy tomorrow. We actually have a lot of YouTube editing to do, so um, tomorrow because I want to get a lot of content to you guys and stuff. So um, yeah, thanks, Audrey. Appreciate it. Yeah, I want to be here and provide value to you guys and inspire, motivate, uplift, whatever I can do to help you guys in a bad situation, because not everything's gonna go right your way. But what you got to learn is, hey, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get to the other side of it. The obstacle is the way. That's another stoic. The obstacle is the way. You're gonna go right through it. Um, whatever you're going through, you have the ability to overcome it. Right? Stay safe, and whatever you guys want to do, go do it. As long as you have your responsibilities taken care of, obviously. But yeah. Oh, I'll end it with this quote by Dr. Martin Luther King. He says, um, if you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, never give up. Thank you guys. Appreciate the support and the super chats and the feedback that I'm getting from you guys. Yeah, we're gonna go eat some good. So, but never give up. Always, always, always push forward. Do what you can to get to the other side because you can do anything that you put your mind to. Thank you guys. Have a good night. Peace.